Hi, this is Abe Wesley. That ain't who tells it like a TI is. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. The topic I'm going to talk to you today about is the Real Housewives of Potomac Season 7, Episode 9. Uh, it continued where it left off in 8, where they were getting ready for Karen's white dinner party, and all the ladies were sitting down, getting ready to eat. Then Jackie came down first and said that Mia was not going to be able to host the all white dinner party because she was sick and she was ill or something. Yeah, something was. I think she said she was sick or ill or something was going on, and she was not quite well, and she said she wished the ladies well. And then she told, then they showed where they had, she said that they're gonna have a nice good time. Then they showed the chef, they showed the chef coming out, with the food and stuff. And then she also said they were gonna have, a real good time and stuff like that. And so she left, and everybody said, well, okay. Well, okay. And they said, well, what we gonna do now? And Ash said, well, let's go and get a toast. Let's go and have a toast. So just as everybody was getting ready to raise their glass for the toast for Karen, here come Mia and Jackie coming back down. And somebody said, they all looked kind of funny. I said, I thought Jackie said Mia was coming down. Mia said, well, I wasn't gonna come. I wasn't gonna come down anyway. But after I thought about it, I said, "This is Karen's birthday party. It's supposed to be about Karen, not about me or anybody else." So she came down in some kind of red and white flowery dress and stuff. Everybody was looking at you. Said a white party, but you got on red and white dress. But anyway, everybody got to sitting down and they got to talking and stuff. And so, and so, and so, they got to talking and all kinds of stuff. And then Gizelle said, "Why don't we play a game?" And they said, "What kind of game?" Said, We're gonna play a game where all of us is gonna talk about some happy moments and some good moments that we had with Karen." So everybody started talking about it, and they started laughing and kikiing about it and stuff like that, and so and so after that, ooh, I gotta get some water. Okay, I'm back. It is the next day, and the girls are getting downstairs, getting ready to go to their next event. And Ashley walks down and says, where is Candiace? And Sharice say, Candiace is coming. Candiace is the last one coming. And so all of the girls were sitting down talking about what happened at the white party and stuff when Mia and Jackie walked in. And when Mia and Jackie walked in the room, they were, like I said, they were all in the kitchen area, eating breakfast, getting ready for the thing. And so Gizelle said, Mia, what do we got on our itinerary today? What are we gonna be doing today? And Mia said, well, me and Jackie and Gizelle and Karen, we're going riding. We're going riding with the Lamborghinis. I want to take Karen to the Lamborghini ride. So you're out here, you can rent a Lamborghini and ride. And they said, what are the other girls gonna do? She said, well, the other girls are gonna go on a boat ride. I said, go on a boat ride. And they said, yeah, we can go on a boat ride. And then so Ashley say, well, what about Wendy? Is Wendy coming? Is Wendy invited? And then Candiace say, yeah, Wendy should be invited. And then Mia spoke up and said, uh, 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 y'all, Ashley, you have asked me several times about Wendy, and I've told you no several times. That's disrespectful. And then Jackie gonna chime in and say, yeah, that's disrespectful. And then Candiace said, I don't think it's right that y'all are trying to exclude Wendy from the group. Wendy is a part of the group just like everybody else. And then Mia said, I gotta, and then so they all got ready to leave, and they all got ready to leave, and all got ready to leave in separate cars. I think Karen and I think Karen and Gizelle and Jackie and Mia, I think they were in the white car, and I think Robin and Candiace and Sharice was in the black car, and they got to talking about dating and stuff. And then she said, well, yeah, I only date. She said, well, yeah, I can only date in a group. Jackie was saying, well, I really can't just date no one person. I just be dating folks around and stuff. And then Sharice said, I can only date one person at a time. And then the next thing you know, they switched it back to what you call them to what you call them was talking about. And so and so they was in the car, and Candiace said, I think Wendy should be on the boat ride. I think Wendy should go on the boat ride with us. And then so Ashley told her, she said you're gonna text Wendy. She said, yeah, I text Wendy. I call Wendy right now. She said, is it all right with you, Robert? Robert looked kind of funny and said, well, in a conversion, I don't want to be riding on no boat with nobody that don't like me, That was saying in a confessional. And then so Robin didn't say too much. She was just quiet. And she said, well, we're going on the boat ride. Would you like to come? Wendy said, yeah, I'm going to show up on the boat ride. And Candace said, we just didn't want you to be sitting in that hotel room by yourself. And so just as they was getting ready to go, they switched to the next scene. And the next scene was with Karen, Gizelle, and Mia and Karen. They went to the Lamborghini car show, and then the hostess asked them for their driver's license. So Gizelle showed hers, Karen showed hers. So Gizelle and Jackie was in the first car, and they kind of sped off, and they were driving around, and Gizelle had her hands up in there, and Gizelle had the window down where the hair was blowing. They said, ooh, yeah, we having fun. Then they switched to the scene where Karen was saying, what's going on with the car, Mia? The car ain't working, ain't going on. And she said, do you know how to drive? She said, I know how to drive. And she said, what's going on? And then it switched back to Gizelle and Jackie, and they got to looking back, and they got to noticing Karen and Mia is not behind me. What's going on with them? And then Jackie said, do you think she know how to drive? She said, well, she should know how to drive, but I don't think Karen know how to drive no Lamborghini. So what happened? They went on and kind of stopped at the light, and then Mia said, Karen, look. Karen said, I got it. I told you I got it. She said, Karen, do you know that? Said, Karen, you're supposed to put your foot on the gas so the car could go. And then she told me, well, my daddy told me how that's a relationship between me and you. We kind of laugh about certain stuff, and they went on and told me, yeah, I'm a speed demon. I always like to drive. And then the car, she said, what happened? And then the car stopped again. And then so Gizelle said, ooh, she running all kind of red lights to keep up with what? And so they finally caught up, and then they had a good time. And then Karen said she had a good time. And then Karen told me, ooh, driving this car made me kind of moist. And then Mia got to laughing. Huh, what? Do we have to get you somebody? I said, no, you ain't got it. And so next thing you know, they showed Clarice and Ashley and Candiace getting ready to get on the boat, and then just as they was getting ready to board the boat, Wendy arrived, and so Clarice gave Wendy a hug, also Candiace and Ashley, and Robin was over there looking kind of funny, and so they got on the boat ride, and right before they got on the boat ride, Ashley said, "Ooh, I thought this was gonna be a big old boat." She said, "This looked like a little bitty dinghy. I thought it was gonna be bigger than this." And so Robin said, ooh, if I would have known we were gonna have to be pedaling on this boat, I would have brought some. I would have got some more comfortable shoes. Robin had them big old, look like them big old wedge heel sandals or whatever. She had to take them off and they had to give us some more shoes. And then they got the pedaling on the boat. And Candice said, "Well, how are you doing, Wendy?" Wendy said, "I'm doing all right." And then Ashley said, "Yeah, we didn't want you just to be sitting up in that room looking around." She said, "No, I wasn't just sitting up in that room being bored." And then she said, "What it was, I was online and my students. I was checking papers. I was doing this, so I really wasn't that bored. I wasn't that bored." So they said, "Okay." And then it switched to the next scene, and the next scene was with them getting ready to go have lunch, to go have lunch and stuff like that. And so they was getting ready to sit down and have lunch, and somebody mentioned, they said, "Where is Ashley?" And then I said, Ashley said, and it was Sharice. She said, Ashley said, she coming. She said, Ashley is coming. So Ashley, they said, Ashley went to the restroom. Ashley did go to the restroom, but Ashley was on the side with her little thing. And they said, yeah, Ashley with her little strip suit on and stuff. And so Ashley said, Wendy, we at this restaurant not too far from you. Would you like to come and have lunch with us and stuff like that? And so, and so she said, well, yeah, I can come down. I can come down and have lunch. And then so when she got back to the table, Mia said, Ashley, what were you doing? They say you went to the bathroom. She said, yeah, I went to the bathroom. She said, are you gonna sit down? She said, yeah, I'm gonna sit down. But I'm gonna tell y'all what I did. I wouldn't text and call Wendy to see how she was doing, and I invited Wendy to lunch. And then so Mia said, you invited Wendy to lunch, you being very disrespectful and childish. And then Ashley chimed in and said, disrespectful and childish. Who are you, Mia? And Mia said, who are you, Mia? You are a bully. And then Jackie gonna chime in and say, well, yeah, that was very disrespectful. It was very disrespectful to the host. And then Clarice chimed in and said, well, Ashley, you just can't make a unilateral decision like that. You got to include the whole group. You can't do that without the group. And she said, well, I didn't think nobody mind me inviting Wendy. And then she said, well, it's Karen's birthday, and by it being Karen's birthday, and Wendy is Karen's friend, y'all should want Wendy in the group. That's what Ashley was saying. And then Candiace jumped in and said, yeah, like I said, I don't like y'all trying to ice out Wendy from the group. She's a part of the group too. And then Jackie gonna say, but that is disrespecting folks. That is disrespecting the host. And then Candiace say, who are you? And then Jackie say, you better sit down. You better sit your A down. I mean, you better sit your butt down. And so it's stuff like that. And then Candiace say, well, I'm already sitting down. And what you gonna do about it? And then after they went through that little back and forth channel, Wendy sat down, and Wendy had sit down at the table, and stuff like that, and they was talking, and so and so they was talking, and so she kept saying that, and so Wendy said, well, what I will do, I will apologize for my part that I played in it. Mia, I'm sorry to you for the part that I played in it. And then in her confession of Mia talking, I don't know what she talking about. She didn't act like it was no apology to me. And then the next thing you know, they got to eat lunch. And stuff like that. Let me get some more water. My bad. I made a misquote earlier. It's the last night of them being at my man Amy in the dinner. I said lunch, but I meant to say dinner. But anyway, after that scene, after Wendy kind of apologized, and she said, anything, anybody else got anything, anybody else got anything else to say? Because I apologize, and like I said, I'm sorry for my part. And so Candiace, Candiace was saying, why was she said, that's that. And Candiace said, that's that. And Mia said that, but then Candiace said she didn't think that she didn't think that Wendy should be apologizing, but she said, since Mia did it, that's that. And then that's when Gizelle chimed in and said, well, I think that's something that the group is supposed to know about. And she said, Robin. And then Robin said, well, I think there was something said about everybody in the group. And I think everybody should know about it. Everybody got to look at it. And next thing you know, Robin come pull it out of some kind of little cheap speaker that she had. And she played the speaker and then Shady Production showed Candiace on her IG saying, all these ladies are fake, all of them are phony, all of them are unloyal. These unloyal women, she called them bees, but I would say women. These are unloyal women and stuff like that, and ain't none of them loyal. And then so everybody got to looking funny, especially Karen. And so Karen said, did you say that? Did you say all of this? Candiace, did you say that? Candiace said, yeah, I said it, but I was not talking about you, Karen. I didn't talk about you. I was talking about all the rest of the ladies. Most of the rest of the ladies unloyal and phony and fake and stuff like that. And then Robin said, nah, you talking about all of us, including all of us. Because at first, I think it was Clarice was saying, whose voice is that? And then that's when Ashley chimed in and said that it was Candiace. And then everybody recognized it was Candiace. And then so, Ashley chimed in and said, "Well, Candiace, you did say something about Karen. You said Karen was cheating on Ray and stuff like that." And then Ashley said, and then Candiace said, "Ashley, you lying. I didn't say that. I don't remember saying that." Then Shady Production put it back. And then so somebody said, "Candiace, you crying?" She said, "Yeah, because I didn't say nothing like that." And then Clarice said, "Ooh." And then Gizelle looked at it and said, "Ooh, Karen is mad. Karen is mad." Karen said, "Yeah." She hit her hand on the table and she said, "Yeah, I done been through this before with these ladies. And I'm gonna tell you now, if you don't have a video of no photos and nothing like that, y'all stop coming up with my marriage. I'm tired of y'all coming up with my marriage." And then so Karen was almost about to cry. She had that funny look on her face. She jumped up and she left. And somebody said, "Karen, come back, Karen, come back." Karen said, "No, no, I gotta go to the restroom. I gotta go to the bathroom break." So she went to the bathroom. She had to calm herself down, and she said, "Ashley, you a snake. You a snake. You just lied on me." And so I didn't say that. I didn't say that. She said, "You did say that Karen cheated on Ray. You said Karen was sneaking out with other men behind Ray. You said that you said that at that luncheon we had at your house." And what you call couldn't remember it. And then Karen came back to the table. And then after Karen came back to the table, they said, "Karen, you all right? You everything?" And stuff. She said, "But I'm just so upset that Candiace would say that about me. I did a lot for y'all girls. And Candiace, I thought you were my friend." And then so it switched to the next scene, and next scene, they said some kind of way, Gizelle talking about she was tired and her feet was tired. She didn't go because they said, well, the good girls gonna go out to the fun. And so after they left, and then they said Mia went with them to the first nightclub. They had Candiace doing the voiceover for it, and she said it was like after Mia left, all the girls had fun, but they showed Mia dancing with dancing with Karen and everybody in the club, and then Karen and them and the other girls went to the club. And then they said some kind of way they had a good time, and they said Wendy and kind of made up Wendy and they said Wendy showed a picture of Wendy and Robin hugging and stuff, and then the next thing you know, they showed where Robin was calling Mia and telling Mia that her and Candiace had got into it, and Candiace was cussing her out in the back of the car, and Candiace was talking about, yeah, she was a snake, she did it on purpose, tried to out her out, tried to hurt her, and Shady Production showed them. It was back and forth in the car, and then the show went off. It was episode 9 was really good. From episode 9, from all the way from 1 to 9, Real Housewives of Potomac has been good this whole season so far. And so they showed the mid-season trailer a couple of weeks ago where Karen and Charisse was getting in it. But like I said, I'm finally caught up and finally catching up more and more. So this is A. Wesley. That ain't you tells it like a T.I. is. I am out.